This relates to more news. Quick news, real quick. We had White House takes down relating to a racist video relating to the shared by Trump's to regarding the Obamas. We had FBI deputies aware of second messages regarding Nancy Gumphrey, mother of Savannah Gumphrey. Growing list name of Epstein files in federal investigation, DEI, and the like. Excuse me for the visuals on the camera. Government shutdown deadline hinges on ICE funding. Now, relating to Trump demands to unfreeze 16 billion relating to 16 billion relating to the Gateway Project. This relates to he wants his name. He wants Dulles Airport and Penn Station renamed after him. He was telling Chuck Schumer unfreeze relating to 16 billion relating to infrastructural funds if they rename it after him. That's what that goes to. If they put his name on Penn Station and put his name on Dulles Airport, which is in D.C. Russian Lieutenant General shot by assailant in Moscow. Trump calls to nationalize election. See bipartisan backlash from Michigan. That little stunt relating to that video could affect him as far as on the Republican side as well. I've seen that on a report as far as support, Republican support. Snow and extreme cold for the Super Bowl weekend. Northeast, for example. Areas of Northeast. Continued weather. Trump rolls out a lower RX cost program, the Trump RX plan, pretty much, for medications and prescriptions and stuff. You have this relates to Luigi Mangione relating to protests as the judge sets a murder trial for June 8th. William Starmer survives Madison Epstein now. We're having Bonnie confirms the key figures 2012 Benghazi. To the attack in 2012 Benghazi. The U.S. and Iran hold nuclear talks relating to Oman. You have White House clarifies stance on ICE and immigration policies in Minnesota. Democrats release congressional map that could change who represents Hampton Roads. Pretty much redistricting, I guess. This is just quick news. What else we have? There was a report on what else I seen? Let's see something. Senator Cruz, he made it was yesterday, talking about he faces backlash, saying something relating to the SOs, which are, a special group, pretty much sexual offenders, basically. What else we have? reports. I see the report, somebody deleted themselves relating to dumping their face in a deep fat fryer. That was an Olive Garden. So a lot of weird stuff is going on regarding people's behavior, mannerisms, their behavior, different weird stuff. Pizza Hut closing at least 250 U.S. stores as a parent company considers selling the brand. Pizza Hut has more than 6,000 locations in the United States, so they consider selling the brand. A lot of these restaurants, there's videos talking about a lot of restaurants and brands are closing. You know what I mean? Financial Times. Some are financially reconstructing or merging with others so that to maintain financial survival, and others is closing. You know what I mean? The dynamic of the society is changing. You know what I mean? More news. Scripture says, knowing this in the last days perilous times shall come. Iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So a lot of things are increasing. Iniquities, sins, transgressions, people's transgressions, different things. So a lot of people, a lot of stuff is going on, you know what I mean, matter of speaking. Now, relating to the incident with Trump, you know what I mean, Scripture talks about relating to thy pride has deceived thee, you know what I mean. So the rise of the pride, man, you know what I mean, has increased, man, you know what I mean. You have an let me get Crux report real quick. Now here's something here. This talks about leave for Turkey now. U.S. warns citizens as Iran rejects. It's a Crux report. You talk about U.S. and Iran, they having discussions or meetings in Oman. But behind the scenes, you still having the tensions between these two nations, man. Just like what meetings with Russia and Ukraine, but behind the scenes, Russia and Ukraine are still bombing each other, man. Or you know, continue to fight. You have, let me see what we have here. Canada, France defy Trump with Greenland assaults. Here we go. So these are the European nations, they defying Trump. And they're laughing at Trump, man. They really are. They had no respect for him, you know what I mean? You know, Scripture talks about the other nations, relating to the other nations. The allied nations, they're going to turn against her, burn her with fuel and fire, man. They're going to hate the whore. You know what I mean? So that represents, you know, America, because America represents a woman. You know what I mean? But symbolically, you know what I mean? It doesn't say America. because that's why Mystery Babylon is in code. You know what I mean? It's kind of hidden. You know what I mean? Hidden in code. But it relates to a nation that will be powerful and that will be ruling in the end times, and that correlates with the scriptures. You know what I mean? That correlates with that talking about in the end times, man. That's what that's talking about. Mystery Babylon, you know what I mean? Mystery Babylon, that's America, man. And in Rome, ancient Rome, under a new is a continuation. Ancient Rome, the fourth, which is the which would be the revised Rome. Revised pretty much changed into a new power. Revised to change into a new under new management. So they would be changed under a new management. You know what I mean? So and America is that under the new under the new management. You know what I mean? So that's what that goes to. You know what I mean? So the new revised Rome will be America, man. You know what I mean? That's the Mystery Babylon. It's mystery. That's the operative word. Mysteries. Mysteries. Mystery is. Let's look up that word, mystery. Something's in the something's mystery. Something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. So it's puzzling, complex, uncanny, enigma, riddle. Riddle goes to a puzzle. So it's like a puzzle that you have to put together, piece together, and solve, man. It's put into even a secret. Mystery goes to secret. Secret, riddle, conundrum, a confusing or a difficult problem or question. So something very complex, conundrum. So Mystery Babylon, relating to understanding what that is, regarding Mystery Babylon, would be a puzzle, would be enigma, would be a conundrum, you know what I mean, as far as figuring out what that is. And a riddle, most of all. Riddle, a mystery, a secret, man. That's why it's coded in the way it's coded, man. A question mark. You know what I mean? All right, and revised Rome is just a continuation of ancient Rome through a new management. You know what I mean? That's what that is. Let's continue with the news. That was Crux report. I was giving out Crux report, right? And so Canada, France defy related to Trump with Greenland. Because Trump was Greenland, so they coming against it. Are under the Article 5, which one ally, if one ally is in trouble, the others come in aid or support of that. That's Article 5. What else? Trump rejects Putin offer in 1 year extension of a New START deployment limits. You having you got here, Trump spy chief probes Puerto Rican votes. Russian declares German diplomat persona non grata. Tit for tat. Persona non grata. I'm gonna look that up. That means I heard somebody was describing that persona non grata. Persona non grata, unacceptable, unwelcome person. Let's go back to that. So relating to that, Russia declares German diplomat persona non grata, unwelcome person, in a tit-for-tat move. So this is just more news relating to reports. This is Crux Report. I'm just looking up something. In that German language would be Honneur Vionsty.
It's problematic how little training.
I'll try it again. For the in German, Honneur Vionsty. Honneur Vionsty. That'll be an unwelcome person in German. Honneur Vionsty. You know what I mean? This is just some local news. This is some relating to information, and knowing this scripture, like we say, knowing this in the last times that that perilous time shall come. Perilous goes to bad, evil, troublesome times. You know what I mean? Troublesome times. So that's what that's what's happening. We're in bad and troublesome times, man. You know what I mean? We're seeing a lot relating to the economy, videos relating to the economy, talking about different things about the economy, the US dollar, you know what I mean, and continuation on that, you know what I mean, how the dollar's losing its dominance, so, you know what I mean, so That being said, I hope this helps relating to information. This is Aya Wolf. I praise y'all, Bashem, Yeshua, Bashem, Kakadash, Aya Wolf, Shalom.